From unplayable brilliance to unthinkable decline, Fernando Torres' career is one of football's most fascinating mysteries. How did El Niño go from conquering the world to becoming one of the Premier League's biggest flops? Was it destiny, disaster, or a bit of both? By the end of this video, you'll have the full picture. Was it bad luck or just bad decisions?
Él ha hecho su trabajo. No ha sido flop, que muchas veces la gente le gusta decir este jugador, el otro un flop. Esto no es un flop.
In an era when Premier League defenders like Nemanja Vidic, Rio Ferdinand and John Terry terrorised strikers, there was one forward who struck fear into even the toughest of centre-backs, Fernando Torres, also known as El Niño. Before injuries and form derailed his career, Torres was a force of nature, dragging defenders out of position, leaving them for dead and scoring goals for fun. But what happened? How did one of the Premier League's most electrifying players go from hero to zero? And why isn't Torres mentioned in the same breath as other legendary forwards? Stay tuned, because we're breaking down the rise, fall and legacy of Fernando Torres.
We know that we are bringing a young player with a great present and a great future. I think that he can manage the present, he knows.
By the end of this video, we'll answer the question: was Torres a victim of circumstance, or did he make the wrong decisions at the wrong time? Fernando Torres was born on March 20th, 1984 in Fuenlabrada, a small town just outside Madrid, Spain. Like so many footballing legends, Torres developed a love for the game at a young age. But here's a fun fact to start: El Niño began his footballing journey as a goalkeeper. That's right, his older brother played as a keeper, so naturally, little Fernando followed suit. But it didn't take long for him to realise that his destiny lay at the opposite end of the pitch. At the age of 7, Torres switched to playing as a striker in a local indoor league, where his natural talent for scoring goals became clear. By the time he was 11 years old, Torres had earned himself a trial with Atletico Madrid, the club that would define the early years of his career. Torres impressed Atletico scouts and joined their youth system, climbing the ranks quickly. At just 15 years old, he signed his first professional contract. Let's take a second to appreciate that. Most of us were busy playing FIFA or kicking a ball around with friends at that age, but Torres was already on his way to stardom. Torres made his senior debut for Atletico Madrid on the 27th of May 2001 at just 17 years old. 6 days later, he scored his first goal for the club in a match against Albacete in Spain's 2nd division. The following season, Torres helped Atletico earn promotion to La Liga, and the rest, as they say, is history. From 2002 to 2007, Torres became the face of Atletico Madrid. Despite his young age, he was handed the captain's armband at just 19, making him the youngest captain in the club's history. That speaks volumes about his maturity, leadership and impact on the pitch. During his time at Atletico, Torres scored 82 goals in 191 appearances across all competitions. He was a complete forward, blessed with blistering pace, silky technical skills and the ability to score with either foot. Torres wasn't just a poacher, he worked tirelessly off the ball, tracked back to help defensively and always gave 100% for the team. So it's no surprise that Europe's top clubs eventually came calling. Chelsea, Manchester United and Newcastle all expressed interest in signing Torres, but it was Liverpool who won the race for his signature in 2007, shelling out £25 million, a record fee for the club at the time. Moving to the Premier League is no easy task for most players, but for Torres, it was a seamless transition. He scored his first goal for Liverpool in a 1-1 draw against Chelsea on just the second match day of the 2007-2008 season. From there, he didn't look back. Torres ended his debut campaign with an incredible 33 goals in 46 appearances across all competitions. Liverpool fans were treated to a striker who was unstoppable at his peak. Torres had it all: pace, strength, precision, and an instinct for scoring in the biggest moments.
Fernando Torres opens his Liverpool account!
His goals were crucial in unforgettable matches, like the 4-1 demolition of Manchester United at Old Trafford and the iconic 4-0 thrashing of Real Madrid at Anfield in the Champions League.
It's very important, I think, is that he also is very quick with the ball. Just a great player. I've not seen many players with such a kind of speed.
In his 3.5 seasons at Liverpool, Torres scored 81 goals in 142 games. His partnership with Steven Gerrard was telepathic, creating some of the most iconic moments in Premier League history. Liverpool fans adored him, and many believed Torres was on track to become one of the greatest strikers in the league's history. And while Torres was tearing it up at club level, he was also making his mark on the international stage. At Euro 2008, he scored the winning goal in the final against Germany, securing Spain's first major international trophy in 44 years. 2 years later, he was part of the squad that won the 2010 World Cup, further solidifying his legacy. Torres didn't just score goals, he delivered when it mattered most. Few players can claim to have scored a winning goal in a major final, and Torres did it with style. Despite his incredible form at Liverpool, Torres became frustrated with the club's struggles off the pitch. Financial issues, key players leaving, and a lack of trophies pushed him to seek a move. In January 2011, he handed in a transfer request and was sold to Chelsea for a then British record fee of £50 million. This is where things started to go downhill. Torres managed just 1 goal in 18 appearances for Chelsea in the remainder of the 2010-11 season. The following season wasn't much better. He scored just 8 goals in 39 appearances, a far cry from the prolific forward who had terrorised Premier League defences at Liverpool. What went wrong? Torres looked like a shadow of his former self in a Chelsea shirt. He struggled to adapt to the team's playing style, lost his confidence, and even missed sitters. Who could forget that infamous miss against Manchester United after rounding David De Gea? Despite his struggles, Torres did have a few bright moments at Chelsea. He scored a vital goal against Barcelona in the 2012 Champions League semi-final, helping the Blues reach the final and ultimately win the tournament. And he also gave us that iconic Gary Neville commentary line.
Torres to give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final. The headline has been written. Unbelievable!
Furthermore, he played a role in Spain's triumph at Euro 2012, scoring 3 goals and winning the Golden Boot. By the time Torres left Chelsea in 2015, his career as a top-level striker was effectively over. He had brief stints with AC Milan, Atletico Madrid and Sagan Tosu in Japan before retiring in 2019. While Torres did win trophies later in his career, the Champions League, Europa League and FA Cup, it's hard not to wonder what could have been if he had stayed at Liverpool or moved elsewhere instead of Chelsea. Even the man himself has said that he regrets leaving Liverpool. Fernando Torres will always be remembered for his breathtaking peak, but his legacy is bittersweet. On one hand, he was one of the most electrifying strikers the Premier League and world football had ever seen. On the other hand, his struggles after leaving Liverpool prevent him from being considered among the all-time greats. What do you think? Did Torres make the right career moves? Should he still be regarded as one of the best number 9s in history despite his decline? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the career of El Niño, Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more football stories from Attacking Football. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.